Hey loves, and welcome to Heart Love Messages. My name is Crystal. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. If you are already subscribed here, welcome back. So tonight I have another spiritual guidance message for the collective. I'm going to be pulling from this deck here just to see what are the most important messages that your guides have for you at this time. But let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get a very clear and concise message from your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your higher power, okay? Before we get started, I'm hearing something here about the new moon. So this Pisces new moon that we're currently under may be highly significant for you, collective. Pisces energy is all about intuition, new information. You may find that you are receiving a lot of spiritual downloads about your past, your present, or your future. But because Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune, there could also be a lot of illusions that are coming to the light over the next 6 months. And for some reason, I'm being deeply drawn to the heart chakra, which is very, very interesting because usually for the spiritual guidance readings, the energy is just directed at you, your life, your personal journey. But I'm specifically getting there is a message about your love life that your guides want to get to you, okay? And it's coming through as like an urgent message. So you will definitely know that this is your reading if you called for some type of clarity around a specific situation or a lover, something that's really, really impacting your emotional body or your life. But definitely don't force the energy because this is something heavy, okay? I'm just feeling a lot of heaviness around the heart chakra. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the first message that we have is, I knew before you. Wow. Collective, there is something that someone close to you knew about your love life way before you knew it. And this is also tied to your destiny because one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life is the person that you choose to build your life with. Because ultimately, this person is your mirror. This person can deeply affect your energy, your vitality, your self-esteem, your self-concept. The list goes on. So this is a huge deal, okay? Whether you know it or not, your destiny is being deeply coveted by someone, okay? And I'm seeing like this image of like a lot of eyes. So it's almost like this person is watching you, this person is studying you, or they're watching how you engage with the world, specifically as it's tied to your love life. This is very, very weird energy or weird behavior. You are definitely someone who garners a lot of attention. And I don't know if it's for your aura, you know, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you present yourself, but you definitely stand out. You've always stood out. And this person has been watching you stand out or watching the world engage with you. And based upon that, this is someone that sat back and kind of calculated your destiny. They became obsessed with it, obsessed with what you would receive, obsessed with, you know, maybe how masculine energy portrayed you or treated you. Yeah, this is definitely someone who has been using your life as a measuring stick. And the way that this energy is coming out, the way that there is so much heaviness around the heart space, it's almost as if this would absolutely break your heart, collective, if you knew who this person was. It's someone that you would least expect. This definitely feels like I'm tapping into a deep level of secrecy, like deep levels of illusion, information that you were never supposed to know. There is someone around you that is coveting your destiny. And it's because you have a very, very bright light around you. But what's so interesting about this energy is that it's almost like this person found this offensive Or this person felt that because you were beautiful, or because you had a bright light, or you were very charismatic or very charming, that it kind of took away from their value. So this person just began to sit back and covet you. But it's almost as if this person knew that you were supposed to receive something specifically in love. And they clocked this very, very early on in your life. So there's a dual message coming through with that heart chakra. Not only would this completely shock you to learn who this person is, or for this energy to be completely revealed to you, but your guides are highlighting that you are someone who has a massive heart space. And this is why this energy was able to go under wraps for such a long time, because you completely overlooked it. Because while you were occupied with your life and, navigating your own path, this person was sitting back and coveting you, specifically coveting something that has to deal with your love life. And I just keep getting the word weird, okay? So this is just very, very weird energy. Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message that we have is 444. It's your family, collective. It is someone in your family, someone in your immediate family, okay? If you've been seeing 444, you not only have a very powerful spiritual team, but what this person did to you just alerted your most overprotective spiritual guides. So this is very interesting. While we're under this energy of this Pisces new moon, where it's kind of ripe for intuition, for a lot of spiritual activity, there's something that your spiritual family is trying to tell you about your earthly family. There's someone close to you who's trying to indirectly affect your love life. And the way that this energy is coming through is so sinister because it's being done indirectly. It's almost like it's psychological. So this person may have done this by trying to affect your sense of self so that you would go out into the world and attract a mirror that resembled someone with low self-worth, instead of attracting someone who really matched the type of soul that you are. Because the way that your energy is coming through, you are a soul who has a lot of positivity. You have a massive heart space. And this is someone that realized very, very early on that you were going to walk a different path, or you were going to live a different life. You were going to receive different treatment in the world, maybe different opportunities. Honestly, collective, I have to be very, very honest. This is giving me Cinderella vibes, okay? You are like a modern day Cinderella. To your spiritual family, you are like royalty, okay? You are the type of person where your heart literally aligns you with the best of people, the best masculine energy, the best opportunities. But it's almost like you have an earthly family. And this could be one person. For some of you, this could be multiple people. But you have an earthly family that tries to paint a very, very different picture of you than who you truly are. And this is about to backfire because your spiritual team is pissed, okay? The way that this energy is coming through, what this person is trying to do by dabbling in your destiny, they just alerted your most overprotective spiritual guides, your warrior spirits. Because this energy is very, very clear. You are here to live a certain life, but more importantly, you're here to have a love that reflects back to you who you truly are. So not only is this energy very, very specific, but you're going to know if this is your message if you came from a really, really rocky foundation, okay? Maybe there's a little dysfunction within your family dynamic. There could be a lot of competition. And I'm picking up heavily on feminine energy. So this could be a mom, this could be a sister, a cousin, a aunt. But again, it's very, very weird. Because instead of being admired for your heart space, your beauty, your charm, by the people closest to you, especially if this was feminine energy, They chose a completely different route. This is the type of energy of a person who realized that you would have a different experience in life. So they did everything in their power to make sure that you didn't. And because this wasn't a more physical energy, I feel like it's gone completely under the radar. It's the type of energy where if you're sitting in a room, it's very, very hard to pick up on what's happening. Okay? Definitely some type of mental magic, some type of psychological warfare. Someone wanted to affect your reflection, collective. So, whoever this is in your earthly family, they have royally pissed off your spiritual family. So, I'm definitely tapping into someone who has a very, very high spiritual rank. You also have really, really powerful angels and ancestors and spiritual guides. Okay? They do not play about you, they do not play about your energy. But I'm getting that clearly, as crazy as it sounds. You are a modern day Cinderella. There were people in your life who worked overtime to deter your destiny. But everything that you're supposed to have in this lifetime, specifically love, okay, because that's what's coming through the most in this reading. You are supposed to have a very, very particular experience. And your spiritual team is going to make sure that you get it. So I don't know what's been happening with you, collective, specifically in the area of your love life. Maybe you could face a lot of delays. Maybe there's just a lot of energies, external energies that are affecting your love life. All of this is coming to the light over the next 6 months. Okay? Let's get the next message here. Major confirmation. The next message that we have is fear versus love. This is for a very, very particular soul, a very, very specific soul. There is going to be a very rare opportunity that you're going to be faced with. And whoever this energy is, this opposing energy, they know that it's coming, okay? They know that it's inevitable for you to get back on your feet, for you to get back into alignment with your true path, with your true nature. So it's almost like they try to stop something or create a bridge in between something that had your name on it. This is so weird. And it's almost like this person or this group of people worked overtime so that when this opportunity would present itself, this love offer, okay, for a lot of you, you're meeting the love of your life. You're meeting the person that God wants you to marry, okay, however you may identify this energy. Your soulmate, your kingdom spouse, your twin flame, your person. These people knew that it was inevitable for you to have your happy ending. So it's almost like they worked overtime so that when this opportunity presented itself, you would choose fear and not love. You would be the reflection of a person who is broken, a person who has low self-esteem, a person who doesn't know their worth, so that you would go out in the world and choose a partner that reflected that. And I'm just going to keep saying it. Your spiritual team is pissed, okay? Because this is a major spiritual violation. This is someone that really wanted to alter your destiny. The person that you decide to be with is the most important decision you're ever going to make in your life. This is the person you're going to build a family with. This is a person that has your ear, that can influence you, that can, direct you in a certain way. This is deep. So I don't know what type of plan that these people try to come up with, but I'm getting that whatever illusion that they put over you, collective, it is lifting. Things are beginning to get clearer and clearer for you. Your vision is back to 2020. So no matter what may have transpired in the past, there's going to be an opportunity, and I'm getting very clearly, you are going to choose love instead of fear. Because the way that your energy is coming through, you just stand out. You have a type of beauty that may be otherworldly. You have a type of spirit that just attracts a lot of different people. People can feel you when you walk into the room. People can feel when good people come into their energy. You have a heart space that is massive. It's almost like your heart kind of goes before you. And you're living a life where you are supposed to receive all of that back. And someone really, really wanted to stop that. But when it comes to destiny, I've already touched on this before. I don't really believe in destiny swapping. There's no one that can take your destiny. There's no one that can take anything from you that has your name on it. The only thing that they can do is try to alter your energy signature so that you align with the destiny of a lower frequency, another type of person, another type of energy. But nobody can take what's yours. So you don't have anything to worry about, but there is a lot that's coming out as it pertains to what it is that you are to receive in this lifetime, particularly this year. For a lot of you, you're going to be receiving major offers this year. So again, if you notice that your love life has been a little funny, it's been a little off, there's definitely been heavy illusion. There's been stuff that's been happening behind the scenes. And it's because instead of someone focusing on their own path, they have been coveting your destiny. Let's get the next message here. The next message that we have is silence is golden. Okay. And I feel like this is what your guides want you to do over the course of this year, but specifically when you are engaging people from this group. For some of you, after watching this reading, you're going to know exactly who this person is or exactly who this group of people are. And the only thing that your guides want you to do is be silent. Okay? They are working things out for you behind the scenes. This betrayal or them breaking this spiritual law went so deep that they activated your most overprotective spiritual guides. You are fully covered on all fronts. You don't have anything to worry about. But when it comes to your plans, especially while we're under the energy of the new moon is about planting seeds. It's a very creative energy. It's a new energy. It's literally the void. So it's almost like your guides don't want you to crush your own dreams while they're still in seed form. By telling people, by letting people in on what God is doing in your life. This is a very, very private time, okay? So if you get around certain people and you just feel the Holy Spirit tell you to stop or to be quiet, definitely follow that, okay? Lean into that. Know that this is a really, really spiritual time. You're going to be receiving a lot of spiritual downloads. Your intuition is going to be off the charts. But very, very specifically when it comes to your love life, definitely keep this under wraps. I'm just getting so clearly, do not share this with anyone, okay? Because it's almost like your guides don't want this blessing, this new offer, this new life that you're about to start to be tainted by any type of external energy, by any opinions. This is something that God and your spiritual team is working on behind the scenes. So you're the only person that needs to be aware of this. Okay? That may not resonate for everyone, but you will definitely know if that's for you. If you've been feeling this urge to just be very, very quiet, okay? If you get excited, just journal about it. Or record videos to yourself, recording your exciting moments if you want to have those to look back on. But there's something very, very personal that's happening strictly between you and your higher power. And it doesn't really need any external validation or too many mouths on the situation, too many eyes on the situation. It's that type of energy. Let's get the next message here. Wow. The next message that we have is take up space. And I'm just getting very, very heavy masculine energy from this card here. If you're wondering how you're going to be able to identify this person, it's because this person is going to be able to identify you. Like I mentioned before, okay, I don't know who you are, when it comes to your soul, and when it comes to your spiritual rank. But your energy is coming through like a modern day Cinderella. So this masculine energy that you're being aligned with, they're going to be able to identify you immediately. I mean, they're going to be able to pick you out of a crowd. This is someone that's going to hear your voice and know instantly, that's my person. Very strong chemistry, very fast paced movement. They're going to know instantly that you are the person God sent to them. It's going to be a mutual feeling, okay? I'm also getting that you're going to be able to identify this masculine because they're going to be the only masculine that you have been with in your life that actually knows how to hold your frequency. You have a very, very powerful energy. You have a very, very big heart space. But when it comes to your love life, there are not a lot of people that can reciprocate your energy. There are not a lot of masculines that can really hold your frequency, that knows what it means to show up for you in the physical. But this is someone that's just going to want you to rest in your feminine energy, okay? They know the difference when it comes to feminine energy. They're going to be able to pick you out of a crowd. So I also feel like this is why your spiritual team wants you to be quiet at this time, because it's almost like you're building your energy. There's a build up to this exchange. There's a build up to this conversation or to this meeting where you could be really healing a lot of things. You could be healing your self-concept. A lot of you could be doing your affirmations. You could be doing mirror work. I'm also getting something here about glamour magic, really practicing your look, or, just really, really getting into yourself as it pertains to your beauty, your healing, your daily rituals. This is a very, very sacred time for you. So the more that you allow your energy to build and you kind of move in silence, this is going to add to your frequency. It's going to add to your aura. It's going to help this masculine be able to pick you out or identify you very, very effortlessly. But with this card here, your guides mean this quite literally. They want you to take up space. They want you to be your authentic self. Really, really tap into all facets of your personality when you cross paths with this masculine. Allow them to see you, collective, because this is really, really going to help not only you identify them, but it's going to help them identify you. They're looking for something very, very specific, and you are that very, very specific thing, okay? It's almost like this person is coming into your life with an acquired taste, and you are the acquired taste, okay? So take up space, be confident, be bold, speak up, work on opening your throat chakra, because what's clear here is that this masculine coming into your life, they can hold your frequency, okay? They're not going to be intimidated by you. They're not going to be afraid of you. They're going to love you, all of you, okay? Let's get the last message here. Wow. The last message that we have is Empress energy. Yeah. I feel like your guides just want to affirm you, collective. You are the Empress. You could be masculine, you could be feminine. You are abundant, you are charming. You are someone who just has a very, very unique frequency. And people know the difference. Don't let people make you believe that you are not who you truly are. Because clearly, there are people in your life who knew way before you knew that you were about to have this experience right now, that you were destined for greatness, that you actually do get to have your happy ending. So I feel like this card is just simply an affirmation for you to really pour into yourself at this time, to work on your abundance, to work on your beauty, to work on all the things that make you feel good, the things that make you feel sexy, the things that make you feel confident. You are going to feel so empowered over the next couple of months because your overprotective spiritual team is making sure that you get back everything that these people tried to take from you tenfold. And for some of them, they're going to have to watch this. But instead of you opening up and letting everybody in on every single detail of your life, I feel like you have this very quiet confidence where you're going to sit back, you're going to be poised, you're going to be able to hold a much more powerful frequency in the 3D because you're reclaiming your destiny. You are reclaiming your time, okay? So many people thought that you were going to choose fear, and they worked overtime, okay? They put in a lot of effort. And I don't know how they did this, but it's coming up like a psychological energy, mental magic, making you believe things or, trying to form illusions to throw you off your path so that they wouldn't have to do work physically. You would do it to yourself. That's why the energy is so weird. That's why your spiritual team is pissed, okay? Royally pissed. And they're going to make sure that everything that has your name on it is returned to you. But when it comes to your love life collective, there is something major heading your way. You have a major offering. You are about to meet your person if you haven't already. For some of you, this is just confirmation that the person that's in your life, that's your person. For others of you who may have lost sight of this dream, or maybe somebody tried to talk you out of your destiny or your heart's desires, God is going to show you that it's real, okay? But you don't have anything to worry about on the physical plane. Your spiritual team is protecting you at this time, and they're going to make sure that you get everything that you are supposed to get. In the meantime, you're just being guided to take up space, to pamper yourself, to really amp up your self-love so that you're ready for this. You're ready for this new frequency and you can hold it. Because this person who's coming into your life, they're definitely going to be able to hold you and all that you come with. Okay? But I'm going to go ahead and end the reading here. If you resonated with this message, please be sure to hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to head over to Patreon to pull 3 more cards. This is a very, very beautiful energy. I'm excited to see what else comes out. If you want to join us over there, you can find a link in the description box below, as well as in that first pinned comment. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.